team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Just ran over him.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the play fake. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. With the catch, it's Smothers. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Grimes. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So North Carolina's offense will take the field for the 1st time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they wanted to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again.
Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy. Maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Tar Heels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking for a gap. It's good. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Under fire. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Plows through the defense. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. There he goes down the right side. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
first job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
That pass not Moses. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Keeps looking downfield. Grab near the sticks. It's Ship. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Got stuffed on first down and 2nd and 10.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Oh, they're after him. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. The sure hands, it's Smothers. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. There he goes. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Using his legs to buy some time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reels so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 2nd down. Lopez wants to fire. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Ship. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Bailey. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll immediately call timeout.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. On the move, it's Smothers. Smashes through the tackle. Got a lot of room to the right. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the ground, it's Hood. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it.
Oh, what a move to get room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on deep.
Turning it on!
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get out.
Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UNC! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter periods. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. To throw, it's Bailey. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Got him downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
We reach the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Looking for space. It's Smothers. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, this guy has had a day to remember, putting up outstanding numbers in this one, and he is still piling on in the 4th quarter, breaking off some beautiful runs. This defense has not had an answer for him all game long.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Lopez wants to fire. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hood. really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Bears the pressure. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Lopez to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Shakes off the defender. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's Smothers. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the returner will be brought down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Things working pretty well for this defense out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. The offense coughs it up. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Johnson looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game and send it to overtime. This one is no good. Right on target, but didn't quite have the leg for that. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible.